Welcome to Manchester United Matters channel. Good morning, and where are you watching us from all over the world? I go by the names of Rokan David. You can as well follow me on all social media platforms. Look for Rokan David in there, and there is another sister football channel goes by the names of Rokan Media Football that comes out and brings you your latest news and information as far as this is concerned. There for you. Good morning. I'm alive and kicking. That's why I'm really smiling, and you see I'm all smiles because the Lord has made this happen in there for you. But smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Why we are in here and all smiles is that one of the stories that we're going to do is all about Cristiano Ronaldo in there, nominated the Premier League Player of the Month of April. We are having Enzo Fernandes into this, and Ruben Neves on the wish list of a man who goes by names of Eric Ten Hag, the next permanent manager of Manchester United. So if at all you don't want to miss out on all this, feel free to go into the comment section and really tell us what you think about all these stories in there for you. And particularly, we are starting off with Cristiano Ronaldo, a man who really returned to Manchester United from a side which goes by the names of Juventus in the summer of last year, and he came on and really made a very big impact on the pitch. And no doubt Ronaldo efforts and impact has been felt at Manchester United, having really scored now 24 season goals. I really believe he has scored 24 season goals. I really believe he has scored 18 in the Premier League and 6 in the Champions League. That is Cristiano Ronaldo in there for you, a man who has hit the ground running at Manchester United ever since he came in through. Now, in the game of April, Ronaldo really did great, and this has really earned him to be named into this list of players that are supposed that really showed up in there. And amongst these players, we have Collins, there is Kevin De Bruyne, there is Bruno Guimaraes, there is Gabriel Jesus, Cristiano Ronaldo, Song Heung-min, Thiago Alcantara, and Trossard. And I really believe that it's so much in between Ronaldo, Bruno Guimaraes, Song Heung-min, and Gabriel Jesus, because I remember Gabriel Jesus has scored very many goals. He scored 4 goals recently in there, but Ronaldo also has a hat-trick in there. Ronaldo scored against Chelsea, scored against Arsenal in there for you. So in that match of April, Ronaldo has netted 5 goals in there for Manchester United. I really believe that. When you look at Gabriel Jesus, I think also has 5 goals. Song Heung-min has some, I think 3 in there or 4. And who else? Bruno Guimaraes in there. He's putting up a show and running the midfield for a side which goes by names of Newcastle, and I really believe that is the reason as to why they've put him in there, and he has been really shining in the month of April in there for you. And I really believe that he's really going to come in and do the needful in there for a side which goes by the names of the Premier League, and those are the competitors for Cristiano Ronaldo in this. But I really believe that Ronaldo, with the power and the number of votes that are really going to come in through, Ronaldo is going to win this one. I really believe he's going to win it because he's a high-profile player. And by the way, every time the Premier League comes out and says, oh, Ronaldo has really won the Premier League Footballer of the Month award of April, it gets a lot of mileage. And just know, whenever they get him that, it's like a trophy or award or accolade, holding it, and he posts this. Remember, Ronaldo is the most followed human alive on Instagram, close to 400 million subscribers in there, 430 million in there. That is Cristiano in there, and the number of followers that he has. Now, you know, the football business has really died to an extent that we really look so much onto what we call the following that you have. Ronaldo has 437 million followers in there for you, and I think he has only won it once this season, and I really believe that it's okay to give it to him. No one's going to complain because he has put up a show at the age of 36 years age. 37, is it 37? Yeah, Ronaldo is 37 years of age. He is still really making an impact onto the field of play. I really believe that he deserves it, and I really believe that they are going to vote for him, and they're going to give it to him because they know that when Ronaldo holds it, the Premier League gets a lot of mileage in there for you in there. That is Cristiano Ronaldo in there for you. And now, after that Cristiano Ronaldo story, we go to a man who goes by the names of Enzo Fernandes, Argentine international, 22 years of age, plays for River Plate. He is a central defensive midfielder, but he can operate on all areas of the midfield. He has a high range pass, a high shot. His physicality is not questionable. his size is okay, his physicality is on point, and these are kind of players that Ralf Rangnick talked about when he came in at Manchester United, and he is recommending such signings in there for you. Remember, a man who goes by names of Alves that really signed to a side which goes by the names of Man City also plays in this team in there for you, and this gentleman takes all the penalties in there for you. And 2 weeks back, Manchester United sent its scouts in the capital city of Argentina to watch this lad play, and this guy scored an opener in that game where they won 2-0 in there, as River Plate won in there. In the last, is it 11 games? I think in the year of 2022, he has scored 7 goals and he has a couple of assists onto his name in there. So Enzo Fernandes, he's really great, and I really believe that he is so much of a type of player who really comes into the feet of a man who goes by the names of Erik ten Hag, especially as far as the rebuild is concerned at Manchester United. When you want to do a rebuild, these are kind of players you have to bring in there, because he's young, he has a resale value, and when you look at his buyout clause, it's just 16 million pounds. That's little money. That's little money for Manchester United in there. 16 million pounds, because it's rumored that Erik ten Hag is going to be given a budget of 150 million pounds. When you take off 16 million pounds and buy a player who goes by the names of Enzo Fernandes, because you know he's a perfect player in the midfield, he's going to come in and hit the ground running because he has the talent, and he is really going to play under a manager who is good at improving and making players better. That is Erik ten Hag. We've seen him do it to very many players that De Jong's in there for you, and I really believe that Enzo Fernandes, it's also possible under Erik ten Hag. That is the beauty that United is having. Now, United has a flower that is attracting bees to come and do the pollination process. The flower is Erik ten Hag. I really believe that, according to his track record and the number of young talents that he has really helped and really improved to the world-class level or top-class level, every young player outside there, when he hears that Erik ten Hag is talking to me and telling me that, oh, I really want you at Manchester United, he has no doubt that he is going to make the right choice, because this is the right kind of manager that has really groomed lots of talent, and these players will really have all what it takes to come in and play for Manchester United in there. Now, if at all they can't really come out to buy him from 7th May, you get, to I think to 31st July, if at all you come in to buy Enzo Fernandes from River Plate from 1st July, from 1st August, you'll have to pay 20 million pounds. So I really believe that these are deals that United should come in and do immediately, because rumor has it that Erik ten Hag, after winning the trophy, because they are ending the season on 22nd of May in Netherlands, he's going to be at Manchester United for like 1 week to talk to the players and really talk to the board that I want such and such signings. Then he goes on holiday. Then we'll return on the 1st of July to kick off the pre-season training and tournaments in there for you for Manchester United. So I really believe that when he comes in at Manchester United, we'll tell the board that, please get me Enzo Fernandes ASAP, and Enzo Fernandes is also willing to come in at Manchester United, though we face stiff competition from teams like Man City, because Man City feels like they should get a replacement for a player who goes by the names of Fernandinho, because he's aged, and they do have a very good link up with River Plate, because there is that Alaves player that Man City signed in there for you. It's called Julian Alves, that Man City signed way back in January, and is going to join the club in this summer in there for you. Then another competitor that United faces is AC Milan. AC Milan is looking at this young lad in there, because Frank Kessie is leaving on free to go to play for Barcelona come next season, and they really believe that they need a replacement in there for you. And you know, AC Milan, with the connections they have in that Latin side or South America side, they really have lots of connections, and they have very many success stories of players they've gotten from South America, and they've come to their club and they've hit the ground running in there for you. I don't know what you guys think about Enzo Fernandes to Manchester United. He's really great. I've seen his clips and matches in there. He's really a fantastic player, and I really believe that him being added to the midfield of Manchester United is really going to be something great in there for us in there. So that is a man who goes by names of Enzo Fernandes in there for you. So after Enzo Fernandes, we are really going to go into another story of a man who goes by names of Ruben Neves, topping Erik ten Hag's wish list at Manchester United for a CDM. Remember, people, very many players are really on the exit door of Manchester United, especially in the central midfield area, where United really puts up its message there for you. Paul Pogba is leaving, Juan Mata is leaving, Nemanja Matic is leaving. Those are three midfielders that United is losing either. That means United needs to sign up a minimum of two, because there is Danny Van Beek who can come up and cover up, and they can really bring in another two in there for you. Now, having talked about Enzo Fernandes and Ruben Neves, Ryan Taylor came out and really put up this story 6 hours ago. He's a sports journalist of Daily Express and Reach PSN National, reporting on football and boxing column. Taylor's Tuesday transfer news in there for you. That is the man who goes by the name Ryan Taylor. Came out and said Ruben Neves and Enzo Fernandes are being considered as midfield signings for Manchester United this summer, with the board looking to sign at least two players in that position in there for you. So this puts you in a very good know of those who would be asking, oh, you guys, you think we can bring in two CDMs in there for you? It tells you that United are really looking at bringing in two central midfielders in there for you, because the rebuild is really going to be very much intense. And why is United looking at bringing in two other midfielders in there for you? People say that there is James Garner, there is Scott McTominay, there is Freddie. Now how come and add two? Because Dan Van Beek is also going to join these players from Everton, where he is on loan. The answer is simple. The Premier League this time round came out and really approved the 5 substitution rule next season. Now, next season, a team will be able to make 5 substitutions in there for you. So when you look at the quality that other teams are really having, it's really going to be hard for you to compete with them when you don't have quality on your bench. Now, if at all you have Enzo Fernandes, Ruben Neves starting, then you can as well bring in a man who goes by names of Enzo Fernandes later in there for you, and the likes of Danny Van Beek in there. Take them on the pitch, then bring on other ones like the Christian Eriksen, because United is so much linked to Christian Eriksen in there for you. So to me, I will believe that these two transfers should happen, because Ruben Neves is like 50 million pounds. You add on another player who goes by names of Enzo Fernandes, 16 million pounds. That is close to 66 million pounds. That is a bargain for those two players. It's a real bargain for these two players, because this area of the midfield of Manchester United needs to be addressed. We shouldn't go in and bringing in one CDM like Ruben Diaz and then we say it's done business, because what if it's Ruben Neves. What if Ruben Neves gets an injury? Then we go back to the same old song that we've been singing, that the midfield area is really looming at Manchester United. It's abysmal, and you know that the games are won and lost in the engine room, and the engine room of the field is the midfield area. So to me, I really believe that a man who goes by names of Enzo Fernandes and Ruben Neves are really so much needed at Manchester United, because we are not into the Champions League. Because if we're in the Champions League, the likes of Tchouaméni would have been easy to sign. Declan Rice would have been easy to sign, because Declan Rice is not getting Champions League football. You know that very well, because West Ham was knocked out today by Frankfurt when they lost 1-0 away in Germany in there. So I really believe that we don't have any chance of signing Declan Rice, and the price tag slashed onto his name by a side which goes by names of West Ham, close to 100 million pounds. United can't go in there for that, because those are mistakes that United have been making season in, season out, and I really believe that we cannot welcome the same mistakes to be made in there. And we look at Ralf Rangnick and Erik ten Hag, they will believe in players that are really young, physically the physicality is on another level, very high, and can compete with other Premier League players. And Ralf Rangnick has come out and addressed it very clearly that United players, their physicality cannot match the physicality of teams like Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea, and other teams that are even below us, that our physicality is really lacking, meaning that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer never really did a very good preseason in there for you. So a very good preseason is predicted for Manchester United, and we expect these players to come in and do the needful. Now, Daily Mail has come out today and also really come out and really made this clear, saying that Erik ten Hag has put Wolves star Ruben Neves at the top of his transfer wish list, should he get the green light to become the next. You get? So that's it. That Ruben Neves is reportedly at the top of Erik ten Hag's wish list in the ahead of this summer, which is expected to make at least one midfield signing in there for you. I really believe that we need to Unless otherwise, this manager comes in and approves James Garner that can come in and play into that role very well. I really believe that without that, we are not going to survive in there. Because to me, I'm not like what other people are really thinking. I really believe that United can go in and really compete for the league. That's what people are really forgetting. To me, I will believe it. I don't know why other people aren't believing it. Yet for me, I'm seeing it because the quality we have at Manchester United, we just need to address a few areas at Manchester United. We address a central defender. You get like Timber. You bring in Timber or Pau Torres. You get. Then in the midfield, you bring in 2 central midfielders. You bring in Eriksson. You bring in a centre forward. You get. I will believe that. We have other players that can come in and capitalize. People have forgotten about players like Amad Diallo. And trust me, Amad Diallo is going to be that player who's really going to play a very big role in the team of a man who goes by names of Erik ten Hag, because you're going to be in the UEFA Europa League provided we win our game against Brighton tomorrow. Sure, they will be in the UEFA Europa League. That means that players like Amad Diallo will be developed from that side. The likes of James Garner, they will come out and play in that side of the game. And in the Premier League, they'll also come in and play, because I've told you that next season, 5 substitutions have been endorsed. Have been endorsed and accredited by the Premier League, because it came out to be cried out by people like Prof. Ragnick and Jurgen Klopp that please, the intensity at which we are playing the game of football in the Premier League, all what we need is to have in players that are really good, and we need to be making enough substitutions in there for you. So that's what they really came out and said, because other leagues like the Serie A, Spanish La Liga, Bundesliga, after COVID, because this was addressed when COVID came in through, and they said that each and every team should bring up 5 substitutions. So those teams stick to that. Even the Premier League, they stick to that. You see, even in the Euros, the World Cup qualifiers, even the World Cup, it's going to be like that. 5 substitutions are really going to be made in there for you. And when you go in extra time, you are given an allowance to add in a 6th substitution in there for you. So to me, I really believe that it's okay in there for you. And I really believe that if I do bring in Enzo Fernandes and Ruben Neves, it will be a very good signing. And the midfield issue will have been addressed at Manchester United. I don't know what you guys think about it. Enzo Fernandes and Bruno Neves to Manchester United being linked to our side. And especially Ruben Neves has been really put on the top tier wish list of Erik ten Hag. And good news is that Erik ten Hag has said that he's going to come in at Manchester United after they win the trophy in there. That means like on 25th, 26th May, he'll be at Manchester United to really come up and meet up with the board, talk to the players, and then make decisions in there, because I really believe that he wants to get all his signings before 1st of July. And I really believe that that will be one of the best things that would have happened at Manchester United. It will go down in history that United, for the very first time ever since Alex Ferguson left, addressed all its signings very, very quickly in there. And with the departure of Matt Judge, the chief negotiator, and others that we are so much in the negotiated deals, we will believe that we can come in and negotiate these deals and get them done ASAP. I go by the names of Rokan David. This is the Manchester United Matters channel. Remember, we started that story of Ronaldo being up for voting as the best Premier League player for the month of April. Go and vote and vote and vote for him in there. I think I'll put the link in the description box below. Go and vote for Cristiano Ronaldo. Then we brought in Enzo Fernandes, one of the most exciting midfielders from Argentina, playing for River Plate, United being linked to him. Then we ended up with Ruben Neves. This lad has been in the Premier League for some good time. He has really proved his worth at a side which goes by the names of Wolves, and he really believes that it's time for him to make that big move. And he has been on the list of Manchester United for like 2-3 seasons in there for you. For the previous 3 summers that we've been doing, each and every time we talked about the midfield, Ruben Neves really appeared. And by the way, he's good. He plays as a central midfielder for Wolverhampton Wanderers for so long. You trust him that he really drops that long pass. You get, he will come in and do the needful. His physicality is way up there. He is so much talented, you get, and I think he's one of those players that are really underrated, and he really believes that. I know the reason that's why he's going to go for a Manchester United cause, because there is a crop of Portuguese players at Manchester United, that is Diego Dello, Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes. Then if he comes in there and all these players are starters at the Portuguese national team, I really believe that when he comes in here, he'll be sure that I'm playing with the captain of the national team, and if at all he perform well in Manchester United shirt, then Ronaldo will come in and tell the manager, please, this man deserves a start. And really believe that it was because of Cristiano Ronaldo that the manager of a side which goes by the names of Portugal really gave Diego Dello a start into those games, the 2 World Cup qualifying games in there, the playoffs that they did play against a side which goes by the names of Turkey and Northern Macedonia in there for you, because they are really looking great. So when you look at Ruben Neves, he has so far played 29 Premier League games and scored 4 goals. You see, having a central defensive midfielder and coming in and score 4 goals at Wolverhampton Wanderers, that means when he comes in at Manchester United, he will come in and score more, because United is going to play on a high foot. You get on a high line, and that means that if at all the defenders are the center line, that means people like Ruben Neves will be on the arc of the 18th area of the opponent. You know, he has a good shot, he has a good color on him, and that is good about him. He has played 1 game in the EFL, that is 30 games this season, and 4 goals scored onto his name. That is Ruben Neves in there for you. So guys, a sign out for now. See you ladies. Good morning, my mates and viewers of Manchester United Matters channel.